But
1900.
yeah, all right.
But they're
We
all
are
like
here.
US players. Okay. Are
Yeah,
you okay?
I'm live, so shut up. I get to talk now. Okay, we've got Fun in the Sun version 2 versus Team Excellent, aka Team X Instant Reflex, and two teams that I guess I don't know too much about because Fun in the Sun, it's been hinted that there's some stuff going on here with them. Perhaps that Leviathan is Emperor, aka Brized, Breaky's former co-caster and a former top-tier American competitive player. And then, of course, Excellent Sweet at the top is Pew. And it looks like a pretty good lineup he's managed to assemble for himself yet again. What's the over-under for you on how long this team lasts before they disband their shortcut?
I'm thinking a couple weeks. I don't know. They did have the balls. I'm gonna say just they did have the balls to push their way through bronze and then through silver and then now they're in gold. So let's see how they do. Actually, I'm really
Well,
curious because I've never heard of these players except
they
for Emperor.
oh, you mean a Legion team?
Oh,
Uh,
oh, you were talking about
how
Team
long?
Excellent. Oh yeah,
How
that
long
one.
is it going to be before they disband?
Um, I'm thinking if they do badly in this gold cycle, I'm
Mm-hmm.
thinking they will disband pretty much at that point.
Yeah. Now, Pew and I are not exactly on the best terms, but because he's Pew and he's on a good terms with anybody apparently, except for like Nox, that's just about it. Um, but I'm gonna give them a little more credit than that. I think they'll probably make it. I don't think they're gonna do particularly well this cycle. They'll probably finish somewhere between fourth and sixth. I think was my prediction. Um, and then next cycle, if they don't make Diamond, they're gone. I think they'll last through this cycle, but it's not gonna be much longer than that. So we'll see. But suffice to say, neither of us are particularly optimistic about this iteration of Team Excellent lasting longer than like two cycles here, something like that.
Yeah, I'm thinking like, Pew with the whole
Rhapsody.
I can do this better than you,
Yep.
and then he tries it and then he's not better than them.
Yep.
You know that strat?
Yep.
I've heard of that many times. So I wonder if he's going to do that with Masera, because Masera used to be in, what team was he in?
Uh,
Uh,
he was mostly ringing for people recently. I think. I don't think he was
Yeah.
doing all that much. He was in.
he,
He was trying
in
out for
Twisted
Reason.
Fusion or Reason? No,
He was
really?
trying out for Reason before. He was playing with them in a bunch of their scrims. I noticed, and he rang for a bunch of teams.
I remember him playing tournament, like, I'm going to check Cycle 2 and what team he played for.
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
He played with Mark. Oh yeah, just IREX. He played for
Alright,
IREX. That
okay.
was it. And oh yeah, okay, now I remember. I heard this story where people got mad because Masera didn't show up or something, and people got mad and left IREX, and it's been very, very chaotic with their team. That's
Right.
all I can say, right?
Well, Pew's in charge, so that's probably not going to continue. They'll probably be very stable now because he is just
Because yes,
that guy.
yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that guy.
Anyways, let's go to the game, actually. So, bans,
Parasite,
Cthulhu Fun,
Tempest.
Tempest, Parasite,
Yeah.
Revenant.
Lots of junglers, really. As Elephant technically does fit that moniker.
Gauntlet.
But Parasite and Tempest being taken out by Sick Bude, they clearly do not want to play jungle.
Or they don't want Pew to have his famed Alchemist Bones Parasite.
Oh, well, yeah,
Then
that'd
yes,
be
he did that.
dangerous. And it's,
That would be super dangerous.
because, running around killing all those creeps, and then killing more of them with Infest, that's like, those are next level strats right there.
Yeah, like taking it to the next level of excellence,
Yeah.
making his name proud. Like, wow. Anyway,
Well-
so,
Okay, technically this team is called Not Excellent.
yeah, it's not excellent, but
Right. Which I think is much easier to live up to for him, but we'll see.
this has just turned into like a reel of us hating on people.
The-
So,
No,
we should
not
maybe
not
stop.
people. I like Nox. Very good, probably one of the best ricers in the game. Very good carry player. The rest of the team is great. Pew is just kind of a terrible person. So we'll stop talking about that now.
Okay, okay. What about the comeback of Fibeli and Fine?
Right.
Fine.
Yeah. Fine's been bouncing around here and there, but Fabelli, definitely a name that we haven't seen in a long time. I think he's playing Suicide for this team. But yeah, he really was a VDT in
Yeah.
Team Hack winner about a year ago now, where he really
And-
made a name for himself.
and the fact that he was always on top of the MMR charts
Yeah.
and everything.
Right.
Like I never knew who he was. I never knew what team he played for because that was before my competitive experience, starting off. But I always saw him at the top of the MMR charts. I don't know.
Yeah.
He was always just there.
And
Yeah.
definitely a really good individually skilled player, and has had some good competitive success. So we'll see how he does with Pew's new team. Anyway, Legion side has gone well into the picking stage here. Rhapsody, Bubbles, Gauntlet, and Corrupted Disciple, their first 4 picks. So I was mostly with them until Gauntlet, and even that I'm okay with. But Gauntlet and CD, I'm not a fan of either of those heroes, and the Hellborn team is really dangerous. And Behemoth suggesting a tri-lane, but we'll see. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of this Legion draft so far.
I don't know. I've gotten a different opinion about Gauntlet. I used to think he was the hero that could make everything go wrong in every single team fight by hooking the wrong person. But ever since playing with Slaska Deodat, I mean, you casted him quite a lot. His Gauntlet.
Yeah. He's a good Gauntlet player.
He's a good Gauntlet player. So when we pick up Gauntlet, we actually I feel confident now, but that's not always true for other players because Gauntlet is a really, really difficult hero to play.
Yeah. Now, he is a good Gauntlet player, but I say he's also a very good Prisoner player, and I'd much rather have Prisoner than Gauntlet. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Gauntlet is a lot better versus hard carries, and he is able to disable someone really easily, whereas Prisoner doesn't really have stuns per se other than his ultimate. So
Right.
if you want lockdown, go for Gauntlet. If you want the hook, of course, like the mass hook plus
He's a better team
I guess yeah, but even that depends. That really depends because hook is a chance thing, and Gauntlet does do a lot of damage with Infernal Instability every
Yeah.
11 seconds.
But it's mostly single target damage. I mean, Infernal Instability does give you a pretty decent AoE, but it's unlikely you're going to get a ton of damage out of it. That and the Gauntlet Blast, unless you do it very, very well. It's mostly like a single target burst hero, which if that's what you're looking for, like you said, trying to burst on a hard carry, and that's great. But I think if Prisoner gives you a little bit more in terms of I'm going to drop an ultimate on 3 people or something like that, maybe 1 or 2 of them will even get away, but at least hit 1. And then the hook, of course, can hit multiple targets. Shackle, also very good for locking down heavily mobile heroes for a longer period of time. So if you
Like
have...
Magnus?
Right. So if you have a team that's heavily into right clicks, or you've got another source of damage, then Shackle can sometimes be better because it prevents people from getting away, and Gauntlet's basically like, well, if I don't kill them, they're probably gone. So,
Yeah.
anyway.
But I just get the feeling that Gauntlet is also far more useful late game because of that Enfeeble.
I mean, it's a great ability, especially for Kongor. It's very underrated. I'm not sure how much it's worth it. Because the other thing about Gauntlet is he doesn't tank that well. I think Prisoner tanks a little bit better, at least a little bit better than Gauntlet does. So what I tend to see, I feel like, from Gauntlet's late game is you jump in and you try to burst somebody down, and at that point, it's unlikely you're going to kill anybody right off the bat because people have tanked up enough, and then you're probably going to run around for a fair bit, a couple of auto attacks, and then die just because, like I said, he doesn't take that much damage very well, but yeah.
Yeah. I see where you're getting from. But both heroes in that way of being like the complete tank in the front line, they're both not that type of heroes.
Yeah, they're not.
So
Prisoner isn't either.
trying to put them in that situation anyways is already kind of yeah.
I mean, we've seen multiple instances where Prisoner hooks in 3 heroes and then they kill him. Like, it's kind of funny, but it'll happen.
Like, oops.
Yeah.
Why did I do that?
Thanks for getting people, on top of you. Now we don't have to catch you, and we're just gonna kill you now. But
okay, so CD going long lane with Rhapsody. They are seeing the tri-lane coming immediately.
Well,
I mean,
they picked
Behemoth.
Behemoth.
Behemoth with a Blood Hunter, so that's gonna be a solo lane.
Yeah. And Swiftblade probably gonna be the tri-lane, I would guess. Could also be Magmas. But I'm going to assume that with the double walls between Empath and Behemoth, they're going to have enough lockdown. They don't really need Magmas in the stun. They'd rather have Swiftblade and his spin damage to kill stuff. But it's going to be Bubbles in the bottom lane, and he should be just fine.
Although I don't like Legion's draft, they did respond well to the very transparent draft from Pew and Co.
Yes. I mean, like... And Hellborn, I was really on board with their draft until the Bloodhunter pick. I'm not a huge fan of that hero. And this also gives them 4 melees in this lineup.
So what would you rather have had?
I mean, like if you're gonna put
Instead of
somebody
the Blood
solo
Hunter.
top, I don't even remember what the bans were because we really didn't go over them very well. But a silhouette
Well,
in dual lane like this probably wouldn't be very difficult, or it probably would be very difficult to kill her. Even Puppet Master with his lockdown, he should be able to get away.
but it was known that he was going to go solo. So of the
Yeah,
solo heroes, Puppet Master wouldn't do very well against CD and Rhapsody right now. I would have liked to see a Hag. I think
Hag would
Hag would
work.
have fit in perfectly with their team right now because it gives them some carry potential, like Bloodhunter does, but
Right.
probably more carry potential, and just insane mobility versus the CD and Rhapsody.
The thing that concerns me about Hag is they're already so heavy into magic damage, especially in the early game before Swipplay gets going. I feel like if you put a Hag up here, it's not going to be all that good. I do want to take back the Syl. I think actually this would have been a good lane for her. The problem is between her and Swipblade, that's a little too greedy. Like, you don't need both of those heroes in the same lineup. Silhouette's going to eat too much farm. And Swipblade can be okay without that much farm, but you'd like to open up a little bit more for him. I don't know, off the top of my head, you need something mobile, and it doesn't carry all that hard. So I guess Hag could work here.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of choices available for solos. Like even Chipper
Right.
would have worked out, but then
Chipper
again,
would've been
the
good.
issue with the
With the
yeah,
magic
but then
damage
issue
and
with the
healing,
magic damage. But you know, Tree, Willowkeeper, they always. Oh, actually, wall going off on Rhapsody.
Yeah, she's going to be okay, though. I might be a little bit ahead of you. I'm at 135. Actually, no, Empath going to get falling. You get crushed here. Yeah, that's going to be an easy kill for Leviathan on that Warbeast, who is in the aggressive jungle. We didn't talk about that too much, but jungle Warbeast here.
I like it.
Yeah.
I want it to come back. I want to play it.
I'd like it to come back because of the variety of junglers, but I haven't seen it be particularly successful yet, so I'm not sure if it actually will come back. I just feel like Warbeast, especially at the very early stage, is such a slow jungler. It doesn't make up for the fact that he is also incredibly passive. I mean...
Yeah, that's... Like a Legionnaire can be active if he wants to
Right.
be active. He can
And he
choose
can
to go
farm
for
quickly.
boots.
Right.
Yeah.
And then even Keeper of the Forest is a heavily passive jungler, but he gets up to 300 GPM relatively quickly. Warbeast does not do that so much. I mean, with the Bloodlust here, he's still sub 300 GPM. And he's going to kill the Skeleton. Yeah. We should get back over that, but...
But yeah, I see what you mean. But what I like about Warbeast is that you can pretty much make him an Ophelia by getting a Whispering Helm on him. And then going
Rhapsody's
for...
Yeah, Rhapsody's just totally screwed. Wall into wall, and there's absolutely nothing she can do about that. So, they do actually rotate the tri-lane up here, and sorry, you're finishing a point.
Yeah, I mean, Warbeast having a Minotaur or a Skeleton King with 5-2 movement speed with
Right.
25% extra damage and
It's
the War
funny.
Cry, it's funny to behold, and it's also like the greatest... Oh man, it feels so good. And you push towers faster than
Yeah,
Ophelia.
you do.
And Bubbles actually trying to kill the Swiftblade. Like, I don't like the fact that they didn't give Swiftblade more of an advantage down here, because
I
Bubble
agree.
is going to wreck him.
And top lane actually
feel that-
is going to fall. So, I do think
Yeah,
I'm a little
double
bit
wall.
ahead of you. I'm
Okay, yeah.
I'm going to pause at 3:30 in the in-game timer.
Okay.
Let me know when you're done.
3, 2, 1, go.
Alright. 31,
Alright.
32.
32, 33, 34.
Might be a second ahead still, but that's fine. You're right, like in this bottom lane of Swiftblade versus Bubbles. Swiftblade's all of a sudden not doing that well, 266 GPM, and Bubbles at 100, no, sorry, Bubbles is the wrong hero right there. Goku's on that Bubbles at 170 GPM.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Swiftblade
Yeah,
should still
okay.
win this lane, but he could have crushed it.
Yeah, but there also comes in the fact that they have a Blood Hunter who also needs farm.
Right. That's
But they aren't getting that farm now with the double wall. Like, it's always one of those like fun things to do. Like, oh, play Behemoth Empath, you know, get double wall combo, and it does work.
yeah.
If you play it well, I mean, it does work. All you need is a Bramble mid, and then you win.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, you can make the triangle and they can never go anywhere. It's
Yeah.
amazing. I do think that they should be using Empath Wall first. I guess it's just a range issue, but obviously much easier to control that Empath Wall and whether or not somebody's on the right side of it than the Behemoth Fissure. I've seen people, like, almost cross the Behemoth Fissure to end up on the other side of it. It's sometimes insane, like, what exactly happens with that.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I think that's because when you target it, that's when it registers it
Right.
as the player being in the middle, but because there's the cast time right?
Right.
Oh, mid.
Yeah, mid.
Visera, okay. Behemoth rotating.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, like it's if you target them, that's what happens. So during the cast time, you don't want to you never want to cast it on a person because then that type of stuff is going to happen.
Bubbles, are you gonna live through this? Yeah, you are actually. Nice juke. Alright, you can take a health pot here, but Swiftblade has a bottle, so we'll see if he continues to go on this. Obviously, no Swift Slashes, so looks like he's not gonna be able to finish off that kill. Health pot from Bubbles is on it. And I've interrupted you once again, sorry.
It's all good. I mean, we haven't really been focusing on the game that much, but we probably should be focusing more on it. So, let's just talk about Pew. He went 2 in heavyweight and 2 in fissure. Why doesn't he have enrage? It's not like he gets close to people without a setup.
Well,
and he can set up himself, right?
Well, because reasons. Because look, Pew knows what he's doing, okay? And if this is the right build, then this is the right build.
I'm sorry to have questioned it.
Yep. Well,
okay.
You'll pay for that later, don't worry about it. I'm sure at some
Probably.
point you'll...
Swiftblade finding Warbeast.
Yeah.
Level 4 Warbeast.
Right.
I am disgusted.
With the Bloodlust, he's level 4, so could barely get an easy kill there. And Swiftblade has Swift Slashes here, but a little too tanky on that Gauntlet to be able to do anything.
And Gauntlet missed his hook.
Yep.
That was sad. I don't know why he would use Infernal Instability first anyways, because you can apply the Enfeeble charges and then reapply them when you cast your Q. I don't know. Questionable.
So maybe LoL Rules 9001 doesn't have a super great grasp of this hero. I don't know.
Don't pick Gauntlet if you don't have a Gauntlet player.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely the case. Like, it's not a hero you can just, oh, this seems like a fun hero, let's play it. Puppet Master is kind of like that, but I don't know. Puppet Masters a pretty easy hero to play. I play Puppet Master pretty well, so it must be a pretty easy hero to play.
Definitely, that's the case.
Level 4 Corrupted though too, and he's had to be really passive thanks to the long range of the Behemoth and the Empath and their kill potential, but he's still not doing very well on this.
Why didn't they just move him bottom? Why didn't they just move him bottom? I still don't understand that. And Rhapsody actually getting caught out.
We'll see if she can live here. Puts the staccatos on the Behemoth. Might actually, nope. Fissure finishes her off. Just waiting for that to come up. So sick.
When did they make the mana costs so low for Behemoth, by the way? Because I remember the Fissure, when maxed, it was 175 mana, and now it's 150, and it makes a huge deal early game. Like, it's cool that they did it, but...
Right.
Okay, Pew isn't even stacking, he's like, I don't want to lose my mana pot. Top, actually might be in trouble, Corrupt. Showing himself, and
yeah, he's gonna be dead. There goes the hemorrhage, but the Essence Link stun will stop the teleport, so not sure what the plan was there, and he's dead. I mean, meanwhile, Baldwin Lane, actually, Leviathan getting picked off on the Warbeast once again, so the Swiftblade already up to 330 gold per minute, despite really being suicided for a lot of this game. Compared to the Bubbles only at 212, and like this Warbeast, man, got Bloodlust, was doing really well, and then basically did nothing. He's dropped 100 GPM since he transitioned from the top lane.
I assure you, a good Warbeast would get 300 GPM in the woods.
Yeah.
If he just was given the time. And Gauntlet now getting ulted.
Yeah. Bubbles here is Pistolblade's trying to pick him off, but he's actually making some pretty decent jukes at this point. Stood there to auto attack the wave, but actually will be moving on.
Swift might be in trouble.
Well, he's gonna take the kelp field, which actually I like that decision, and yeah, Silence will finish him off. So maybe I don't like that decision, but had Swift
Bubbles doesn't have take cover.
No, he doesn't.
I'm thinking, I don't think Swiftblade knows that. Because if he did, he would just ulti Bubbles every single time.
Yeah. Must not know.
Mind games are strong. Yeah. I will be awesome. Okay, Corrupt Disciple now moved to mid, actually. And is farming quite a lot better there. He's still below 150 GPM, but it's improving, you know. You gotta start with baby steps. And I think Rhapsody is helping Warbeast jungle right now.
Yep.
So, didn't realize that Warbeasts needed support in
The
woods.
Hellborn have
I mean, maybe
destroyed a
he is a
Legion
carry.
tower.
Top tower, meanwhile,
Yeah.
falling. But Bubbles. Actually, Magnus picked up his PK now. Before 10 minutes, pretty nice. It's probably gonna fly to him soon, or he's just gonna go
has
space.
440 gold per minute. And he's 2-0-1, which is nice, but he's got 57 creep kills. Like, that's 10 to 20 more than anybody else on the Legion side. As Fine drops over here, but the response from the Hellborn onto this bottom lane where he was getting chased. Nice deny, actually, from Sick Bude onto that Bubbles, thanks to the dot from Bloodhunter, but Rhapsody, yeah, you're in trouble. Blood Sense activated, and Bloodhunter's getting blocked out.
Serial killer.
And this
He's like,
is-
give me the kill, give me the kill.
Right.
I want more than 500 GPM.
So Bloodhunter went Steam Boots here, and I really hate that. And we just saw
Really?
right there. Right there, we just saw why. Look at this Hellborn side. There are 4 melee heroes, and he's going to have 522 movement speed in a lot of these fights.
Warbeast.
Yep. Can he get away? No, he can't. Ulti was
Go
on
Smarches,
cooldown.
man. Go Smarches.
Yeah.
That's just
Why?
saying, but oh, they're porting in.
Yeah,
Why are
they're
they
porting and then
what
canceling
cancel?
ports and then not. They literally just faked
Okay.
3 ports right there, and Bubbles died because he didn't cancel his TP. So that was some of the worst communication I've seen, probably ever.
Like that is
The
not
Hellborn
deserving of
destroyed
gold.
a Legion
I'm sorry to
tower.
say right there.
Right.
That if you make
That was
mistakes
that was
that,
bad in TMM, is what that was.
that was like I don't have a leader and I'm just gonna TP in because we're all deciding to TP into 5 heroes, even though
Right.
our Warbeast just died.
I mean, what were they
And
going
we
to
have
do
a
there?
corrupt disciple mid. Yeah.
Like, even if they all teleported and they all communicated, they did it at the same time, what were they going to do there?
Maybe kill someone.
And then all
Maybe.
4 of them were going to die.
Yeah.
So,
And you know, Swiftblade just taking some stacks now.
yeah.
This game is seemingly
It's not going to be lasting for very much longer, I don't think.
no.
I mean, it's
But it just comes
11-3
down
and-
to like
Yeah.
what are they doing on the Legion side? Not only with their draft, but with how they're playing. Like, Warbeast is level 6 after 12 minutes.
Yep.
Less GPM than Ophelia would, which
I mean-
is...
Like, I love Warbeast. Lycan was one of the first heroes I played in Dota. I've always had a soft spot for this hero. I like to jungle him because I like to jungle over running dual support lineups, and I don't think he's that great a laner, although he's a good suicide. And also because I was just never good enough to be running a legitimate like Warbeast suicide, so I always juggled him because that was all I knew how to do with Warbeast. But I have to say, he's just not that good a jungler. Like, until he gets
Similar
going with
to
an
Wild
Abyssal
Soul.
Skull. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love a Wild Soul too, because again, Syllabar was one of the early heroes I played in Dota. But I used to jungle that hero all the time too, and also just doesn't get going until you get a few items, and you're not going to be impactful with a Warbeast jungle until like 20 to 30 minutes. You're just going
And
to
it's
sit in the woods and
incredibly
farm.
easy. It's incredibly easy to shut down as well.
Right.
Like, why?
He's got no
Plus-
stun, he's got no slow, he's got the ult to get away, that's it. So Bubbles here
Bubbles.
actually will be okay, it looks like. And Warbeast's now going to pop the ultimate to try to kill Swiftblade, but why?
That's not gonna happen. I'm sorry. It'd be better if... Yeah, he's already backing.
Right.
Go push somewhere. Be what a
Yeah.
Warbeast does.
Right.
Don't
And
waste your
middle
ulti on...
Fair
Yeah.
fight those guys, so. Bottom lane, Kelpfield gonna go down. Boy, it'd be nice if Warbeast has ultimate right about now. That would certainly kill the
Oh, would
Swiftblade a
it?
heck of a lot faster. And Swiftblade's gonna spin here. He's got support coming in. Looks like Swifty is gonna be okay. Yep. Perhaps the first one to drop here off to the side. Bubble's also gonna fall, and there goes Warbeast.
Massacre.
Okay, like... I think they've given up now. They're like, okay,
Yeah.
go next, because I don't see anyone making that decision, you know, wisely. And at this point, wasting your ulti like that, man,
Alright,
it hurts my brain.
This is what a huge part of the reason I don't like the Legion's draft. Right now, the Bubbles ultimate is on cooldown. Okay, let's look at the amount of CC they have. The ability that they have to prevent other heroes from getting away or chasing them. There is the Gauntlet Blast. There is the Rhapsody
The Gauntlet
Staccato
Hook.
Stun. Well, the Gauntlet Hook, yeah, if you land it, it's a skill shot, so that counts, and there is a 1 second stun on it, so that's a whole second of locking somebody down there. Okay, that's 2, I'll give you that.
1.6 seconds.
Or whatever.
1.6 seconds.
Okay, that's even better, that's fine. So you
Yeah,
have
it's
Gauntlet
even
Hook, you've got a Gauntlet Blast, and you've got a Rhapsody Staccato Stun. And those three
Yeah.
abilities have to CC 5 heroes, several of whom have stuns or escape mechanisms or are naturally just very fast in team fights. Because people are low, or because you have Ghost Marchers, or because you have Lava Surge and Steam Bat.
Yeah. There's the CC. But, like, as you're saying, here, okay, we have...
Defeat.
If we look at the Hellborn side,
wins.
they made it easy for themselves to play this game. They took Blood Hunter, which is a really easy hero to play. It's like, derp, I'm gonna silence him, derp, I'm gonna ulti him. And then Swiftblade, come on,
Yeah.
do I need to explain
Right.
myself?
Well, Skillblade, man.
And the Skillblade, Shitblade. Anyways, and then they have a Behemoth and a Magnus who can combo up so well to have 4-second stun on their entire team if they get it right. You know, it's pretty ridiculous. And then Empath with a wall on top of that. It's just so much better than the draft of the Legion side. And that's pretty much my thoughts for the game, if you're going to ask.
I was going to ask, but that's fine. That'll do it here for this game 1, and we'll have game